victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 79 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Richardson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stump them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily none.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On third down, Cummins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like overtime football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position for trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, It starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On first down, Cummins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A 7-yard gain. He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The ball carrier brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The kick by Lutz is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Owens. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On second down now, it's Richardson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Owens. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken it around the 40. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. Being chased at, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Owens got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down distance around offenses to expand their playbook. 2nd and 2. That means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Owens. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Owens. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
He'll give them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. The line into the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Owens. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. On 2nd down, Cummins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Cummins to about the 35, 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he is going to lose yardage here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Owens. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Owens. That's going to be caught by Richardson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 27, Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Well, the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So a couple of... Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Mean potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just got right at him. Let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down now, Cummins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Cummins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. On 2nd and 12, Hurts.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 going up forward. And you get the feeling, Charles, he's got 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, able to avoid him. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Owens. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So here come the Lions now.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary running.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Cummins.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cummins, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Hurts will throw.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Gibson here running out of the gun. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
First down, Washington.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On first down, right back to Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
To throw on third down, Owens. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
The football changing hands here as this offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Edwards throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Washington ready to try again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Richardson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And that is incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barnes. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. You got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. On 1st down, Cummins. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
How about the job there?
On 2nd down, Cummins, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
For the field goal. 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Washington offense heading out. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on offense knows it'll sting a lot worse after they put some points up on the board. Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Owens toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their mind.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26. They'll run on 1st down. Cummins looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On 2nd down now, Cummins And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Hurts.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jalen Hurts, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffith. Second and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. So out now come the Lions.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth-quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
On first down, Cummins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now back to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
6 yards to go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Owens. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Over the middle, complete. That's Griffith. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line.
Now Hurts will turn and signal for a timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, Cummins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Cummins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Cummins, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.